Oh, this is one of my favorite things to talk about. I really love this. Okay. Fight, flight, freeze, flee. Those are all the modes of fear. Feels like a game, right? Fight, flight, freeze, flee. These are the forms of fear and how they show up for us. The fight response is a survival response. It's a fear response, it's a fight response, and this is what it looks like in most people. It looks like hustle and doing strategies from a place of scarcity, of, oh my God, I gotta launch. Oh my God, I gotta sell. That may well very be true. But if you do it from that perspective without doing your belief edX and cleaning your energy up, then it is an act of hustle and it's an act of fight. It's a fear reaction, it's a fear response, and it is a fight energy. So it will be infused with fight energy. So it very likely is not going to work. At best, you will get the results, but they will be very short-lived. Fight, flight, flee, and freeze. So then we got flight. Flight is really easy. Flight is a fear response, and flight looks like bypassing. For example, if you skipped resistance, if you didn't watch any of these videos because you're like, I just want to be all high vibe and all positive, that's flight. You're in a flight response. You're like, oh, everything is awesome. And that's not going to help you. It's a fear response, it's flight. And so anything done in that spirit is actually going to be infused with fear and survival mode. So it's not an act of abundance, it's an act of scarcity, because it's like, don't want to hear it, don't want to hear it. I'm going to spiritually bypass over this. I'm not going to go into my shadows. I'm not going to do in my belief work, my belief addicts. I'm not going to really do a stock take of my feelings and fears. I'm just going to try to fly right over them. I'm not going to land on the island of my fears. I'm just going to fly right over them. And we miss the lesson. We miss all the lessons when we fly over it. So far we've done 2. Down below, I want you to identify your fight response. What does it look like for you specifically when you're in the fight response, so the hustle form of resistance? Because it can take many forms. What does it look like for you when you're in that response? Is it like, I just got to sell something, or I've got to launch something, or I've got to take action? Forget belief addicts, I just got to take action. Forget going to the beach, I just got to take action. Versus the beaches actually work. As a big dreamer, our job is to be inspired. Don't forget that. So it is actually work. It just doesn't present itself as work when we're in survival mode. So this is an alarm bell for me. If I'm like, I can't go to the beach, I can't watch the sunrise right now, I got work to do. I'm like, ooh, I'm in fight mode. Why am I in fight mode? Because it presents itself as hustle, and hustle presents itself to me, I can't go to the beach right now because I gotta work. Where my work is to be inspired. My job is to be creative. My job is to get motivated by doing fun things. Okay, so fight, how does the fight response of hustle show up for you specifically? Specific examples and scenarios, put them down below to identify them, become aware of them. Same thing with flight. For me, it's flight is I will try to affirmation myself over it before I've done any belief addicts on it. That is my personal brand of flight, when I'm trying to spiritually bypass and I'm trying to fly over the island instead of land on it, work on it, and fly off. So I would love you to identify down below what your personal brand of spiritual bypassing looks like, because we all do it differently. We've got our own personal brand of flight, spiritual bypassing, and I would love to see them down below so we can just identify them. Now moving right along to flee is running away. And a lot of people go, what's the difference between flight and flee? Flight is flying over, spiritual bypassing, and flee is running away, aka code for quitting. I just want to quit. Getting a regular job would be easier than this. However, getting a job is literally, you're going to go and do a business anyway. If you're a business entrepreneur, you're going to start some sort of other business. And so the only way to prolong your big dreams and your successes is to just keep quitting when it gets hard, which is a fear response. You've got to be so spiritually in tune. But a lot of people in flee tend to use the code word of, it's out of alignment. That makes no sense. Out of alignment is actually technically impossible. It means, I know this is probably like extremely controversial, but it's actually impossible for things to be out of alignment. It's actually you're out of alignment with it. It's a slight nuance and semantics, but so powerful. It means you're out of alignment with it and you didn't put yourself into alignment with it, which means you have the power. It's not out of alignment, powerless. It's no longer, I'm not in alignment in it. Not it's no longer in alignment. That's putting the power on it. I'm no longer able to or willing to and available to put myself in alignment to it. You've got to be really spiritually in tune to catch this. Because I have this thing, as a lot of the times I like to finish things mostly because the whole point for me is not to achieve anything with it. And a lot of people, when they give up on something, they're giving up to it on it specifically because of results. And then they're saying it's out of alignment. But it's actually, if you're quitting on something just because of results, then it's actually more conditional launching or conditional selling or conditional doing or conditional, it must be validated in order for it to be in alignment. So watch with Flee that it's not just because you're running away and wanting to quit because it's not working and you're not getting the results that you want and you've been trying for a whole year and it's still not working. Whereas there's like in trying to get into the top 10% of the world and it's not happening after a year or 2 years or 3 years or 4, but you want to get in the top 1% of the entire world. It's going to take a minute, maybe 2 minutes. So Flee is that running away, and I get it, I understand it, I've been there, done that, got the trophy many times, and I tried to do that many times with my $1 million big dream a bajillion times, running away, wanting to quit, energetically being done. But this point here is, this is really exciting. I want to tell you this. If you want to quit, ask yourself, get really honest. Does your wanting to quit vibe mostly come when you are not getting results? Because really, let's have a look at that. The fear response of Flee is usually a knee-jerk reaction to you're not selling anything or it's not working. So it's actually more of a knee-jerk reaction. It's because of something else, because of something external. Okay, freeze. So this is the fourth form of fear. I get so excited about this. The fourth form of fear is freeze, probably my most used. And I want you to put below if you are more often in freeze, fight, flight, and flee. What is your most common fear mode? So freeze is procrastination 101. Essentially like procrastinating for 3 days about recording these videos. Hello, freeze. And I just asked myself is, what am I protecting myself from? This is generally a question that I'll often ask myself is, what am I protecting myself from? What is your personal brand of freeze? How do you freeze? Do you watch series? Does Netflix become your best friend? Do you not post when you're in freeze? Do you stop doing stories when you're in freeze? What's your personal brand of freeze? How does it show up for you when you're in that freeze mode? Remember, these are all fear reactions. So if we can get to the bottom of the fear, guess what? You'll be over here like me right now taking action after I did a lot of work on what am I scared of? And do you know, who wants to know? I was scared of perfection because I'm like, this is the most perfectest course ever in the world. Like it feels perfection. I was like, it cannot possibly be perfect. And so I just wasn't doing it. And so here we are doing it. And I'm like so happy with it. It's so perfect, so incredible. But there was an aversion to perfection. And perfection is not something I've ever cared about. But I realized like I have also an aversion to it, like an allergic reaction to perfection. And I really noticed that after achieving my big dream at the $1 million big dream. But we would talk about that more often in Sabotage. But I really learned that I have a bit of an allergic reaction to when things feel perfect. Vow renewals, we did the vow renewals. I was like, my relationship with all my kids is incredible. I love my life. I'm having the most extraordinary time of my life. And it just felt like everything was perfect. And then my personal brand of Sabotage was just to screw with that perfection a little bit across the board. We're good now, but it was like, whoa, okay, I think I have an aversion, an allergic reaction to perfection. And that shows up sometimes in micro ways, a fear of perfection. So that's why I feel like, and once I discovered that, I was out the door and here I are recording. So you're welcome. I hope you guys have the best day ever, growing into big dreams, and I'll see you in the next video. Do all the things that I told you to do down below. Achieve big dreams, Jeannie. The internet is sweating and she is out.